Hello, now let's talk about the work of a data scientist. That means what all a data scientist need to do in order to solve a complete problem from start to end. We can break the entire problem in few steps. Let's see these steps in detail. So, the first step is to understand the problem. So, before actually taking any action towards solving any kind of problem, we should first know what the problem is, what the exact question is which we need to answer, what all data will be required, and from where we can get required data in order to solve the problem. So, all this pre processing is very much important before actually starting to solve the problem, and that should be done here. That is understanding the problem well. Next step is to collect enough data. As in data science, we know that everything is about data. We need to analyze the data in order to get insights from it. So, in order to solve any kind of problem, we should have enough data so that we can understand the current trends and current behavior with respect to time and other factors so that we can get something out of data in order to answer the stated question. Right. So, in order to collect this desired data, we might need to refer one or multiple resources depending on the kind of problem which we are trying to solve, and there are multiple ways with which we can actually collect the desired data. So one of the easiest possible way can be that data is already present in the form of some files or in some database, and in both the situations, we just need to load data from the file or from the database into our code, and then we can further proceed in order to analyze the data further in order to answer the stated question. So first is from files or from the database. So this is actually the easiest possible way from which we can collect our desired data apart from files and databases. There can be multiple situations where data is not present in form of files or in databases, and we need to follow some other measure in order to collect the required data. And the other possible way can be with the help of APIs or with the help of web scraping. So let's try to understand these two terms, and brief. API means application programming interface with which two applications can connect with each other and can share the desired data. So we can see that API actually acts like an intermediary software with which one application can connect with the other application and can request for the desired data, and the other application can share the data via this particular API. So we can take one simple example like with the help of Google Maps API. We can request for some location based data to Google, and Google can share the data with us via its own API. So this way APIs are very much important and useful to us in order to request the data which is owned by someone else to which we can get the access with the help of their APIs. Next is web scraping. So whenever we want to extract some information from any particular website, what we generally do? We generally visit that website and locate the desired information. That's what we do. But is in some situations I want to extract lots of information from a specific website. So in that scenario, what we can do rather than manually visiting that website and manually extracting the information, we can write a short script with the help of which we can extract the information for us. We can extract. We can save the extracted information in our file and in our database as per our requirement. So web scraping means simulating a human-like surfing on a specific website and extracting the required information, that is web scraping for us. So we'll discuss all these topics and very much in detail in our further sections. So don't worry about them for now. One more thing that we need to take care of while we scrapping is we should first go and check the privacy policy of any specific website we are planning to apply for scrapping. We are planning to extract data via scrapping. So there are many websites which don't allow scrapping on their website. Right? So we just need to take care of this fact. So that is the collection of data. That is the second step. After the second step, that is after gathering the required data, which is required for our analysis. Next step comes as a process and cleans the data. So cleaning of data means we must have acquired a lot of garbage while collecting the data from multiple resources. And we have to get rid of all this garbage and culture before we start any kind of processing on this data. Cleaning is very much important because any kind of incorrect or missing data can lead us to incorrect results or bad accuracy, which we definitely don't want. Right? So in this step, we try to use different algorithms in order to deal with missing and incorrect data so that we can make our results better. Right? So that was our third step. After cleaning the data, the next step comes as visualizing the data. So in this step, what we try is we try to get some sense out of our data by visualizing it. Visualizing means we can draw different patterns and different plots too, with the help of which we can try to understand current trends and current behavior. We can actually see what factors are important towards our final result and what factors are not important. So all this kind of visualization, all this kind of simple analysis is done in this step. And in order to visualize the data, we can either write code for it or we can use different analytics tools which are available to us, like Power BI or Tableau or some other tools. So that is visualization. So the next step after data visualization is to analyze the data using ML. So after data visualization, we already have some sense of our data. We already know what our data is actually representing. So the after visualization next step comes as to apply more algorithms, more maths and computation in order to get more specific results. Or I should say in order to get more specific results. Or I should say in order to get the final and desired result. So in this step, we can either take help of different machine learning algorithms which are available to us in order to extract the final result, or we can apply simple maths and statistics to get the final results. So this is what the step is about. Now after this step, there is this last step which says communication, communicating results. That means in this step, we just need to gather the final results and communicate to the authorities. For example, for which we are working, or I should say for which we are trying to solve that particular problem. So that is the whole process in order to solve any kind of problem. So I hope that is okay. So in our next session, we'll take one example and we will revisit all these steps which we have discussed right now, so that we will get better clarity. Thank you.